All right, everybody, welcome back. It's Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru, and I have the brother Bomani Tyehimba with us today, and we're going to be discussing.
Right, everybody, welcome
Shit, my bad. Let me turn this off. Sorry about that. And I have the brother Bomani Tyehimba with us today, and we're going to be discussing. And I brought this up when Black Panther first was released. And I said Black Panther is going to have just as much of an impact or influence on Black people going to Africa, actually going in 10 toes down in Africa, as Coming to America and Roots. You know, I remember after Coming to America, I was a young kid when Coming to America came out, and I remember, after the initial excitement, people still weren't going to Africa. Or when it came to the different options as far as vacation, Africa wasn't even on the list. So here comes Black Panther. People are excited again and pumped about it and putting on their, Chinese-made dashikis and, Fela Kuti dancer war paint art on their faces. They're doing the African dances, calling up the spirits, pouring libations at the movie theater, literally. But as I look around and gauge, the excitement is completely worn off now since the movie is over, and Black people still are not. And I keep an eye and my ears open and my eyes to the street. And Black people still are not going to Africa. They're still choosing Europe. They're still choosing Thailand and China. And so we're going to break this down. And so I have Brother Bomani on with us, who actually curates tours, takes Black Americans on tours to Africa, throughout Africa. And my first question to you, Bomani, and I could be wrong because this is what you do for a living. Since the movie, has interest in actually traveling to Africa went up? And if so, have people been actually putting their money where their mouth is?
Yes, travelers went up just a little bit. I haven't seen a big impact, but it's the movie's still new, and that's why we consistently look to get details off of tours. That way, our folks can see the information and process it, because it does take a while. But no, I don't have an overflow of people calling based on the movie or after the movie. Yeah. So, but I mean, it's a little bit more as far as the interest and the energy, as far as people interested in Africa and wanting to know more and talk and dialogue.
Okay, so there was an echo. Do you have the video on your end, Bomani? You don't? Okay, all right, it's better now. But okay, so did you think that with all the excitement of Black Panther and of Wakanda that you would get more people interested to actually go to Africa?
Yes, definitely. Once you keep using the marketing of the energy, because what I did several Black Panther movie review and kind of invoke the energy as far as, based on the end of the conversation, let people know that, we do have that real energy of going on the African continent. So I'm plugging them in with the tours, let them see the things that we're doing in Ghana, like Benue Village up in Tyehimba, our own Africa for the Africans repatriation village. These are all futuristic operation. And there's a lot of other things going on that people have been there for decades doing. So the thing of it is, a lot of our folks are not plugged into these networks and this energy. So that's why our goal is to keep making more videos, keep taking more photos, and keep sharing more information, and keep building and growing. That way people can kind of see certain things. But unfortunately, a lot of people are out of touch with anything really that's going on in Africa. Most of the time, people base things on the garbage that they show on TV.
Right. I mean, but why are still and people, and I see this question often, because somebody's asking it in the chat room. I have a question: what African peoples or groups are reaching out to African Americans in a cultural, financial, or social construct. Now, usually the people will object with, well, Africans don't reach out to us. But, when's the last time you seen Europe or Asia reach out to Black Americans to come visit, but Black Americans are still visiting? What would be your response to that question, when they say, well, African peoples or groups don't reach out to us to visit, or Africa needs to work on their tourism marketing to encourage people to come visit? But I mean, I have not seen any European country or any Asian country, I guess, market tourism directly to the Black community in order for us to go, for us to go over there. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. Yeah, great question. The thing of it is, I agree with the situation as far as the more and more African nations should reach out to Africans in the diaspora, as far as letting our brothers and sisters know that we have wonderful opportunities as far as tourism, travel, business, and investment in general. As far as Europe, yes, Europe don't market anything to us naturally. We just we're indoctrinated from being colonized and just being this enslaved mentality, as far as that that everything that we learned in high school or elementary school, that's throughout the education system, educated us and taught us that this is the birth of civilization and these people were the greatest. And then so when we're looking to travel and then we see that certain parts of the world that there's more development there, and we just get glued into all of the fallacy about Europe. And I know a lot of people that just be taking 7 days, 5 days, just doing trips all through Europe like it's nothing. But my point is, we really have to do better marketing on both sides. So you and I are always trying to do the best we can do, and things are getting a little bit better, but we have to step it up to another level to where we change some of those thoughts of investing all that money to go to a European vacation that gives you nothing, and you're not supporting no kind of Black-owned enterprise. You're just giving your money more and more to white folks and making them richer and richer.
All right, so we have a couple of objections in the chat room that the same. We heard them all. So objection number one, or excuse number one, why Black people choose Europe over Africa is Europe is fully developed. What would be your response to that?
Yeah, definitely understand that people are looking to do that, but also people are also indoctrinated that things are a little better. But when I take people to Ghana and people compare their journeys to everywhere else in the world, they say this is the greatest journey that they enjoy. Number one, we do have nice buses in Ghana to take you around the country with air conditioning. We do have nice hotels. The greatest thing about Ghana is, and other parts of Africa, is just that history and that culture that you're not going to get in Europe. And also, you want, you're going to get the nightlife, the shopping, the networking, all those wonderful things. There's nothing I can see in any European itinerary that can match against our Ghana itinerary or our Ethiopia itinerary. I mean, we're giving people the best of some incredible countries, and you're not missing a beat. You're just getting more than going. And then one thing about this operation also, as far as the Ghana Repatriation Investment Tour, everything that we do on the ground is 100% Black owned, and it's owned by brothers and sisters from the African diaspora and also on the African continent. So we're building Black economics, so that's also the important aspect of it. When you go to Europe, you just, like I said, you just give your money away to white folks.
All right, here goes excuse number two. Tourism is based on consumerism. Now, African nations only develop their capital cities. Just a few kilometers from main cities is basically a wasteland. How is the brother managing?
Yeah, I'm not sure about what wasteland they're talking about, because when you go to
I'm not either. I don't know.
Yeah, because when you go to Ghana and you go to
yeah, but Bomani, it's just sad that in 2018, this is what we're dealing with. Still, the mentality, a wasteland. Like, what are you talking about? Like lush beaches, beautiful greenery, beautiful forests. I mean the culture. Like, what are you talking about? Wasteland. Like, this is what we're dealing with, Bomani. This is what we got to deal with.
Absolutely, and I'm open to educating our brothers and sisters, because I've traveled to Ghana like 13 times, and I've been to 8 other African nations, and I've been around them, and that's the best part of my life: traveling, going to Africa, doing business. And compared to all the other places I've been to 6 continents, over 33 different countries. And
I mean,
Europe,
just the drive. I sorry to cut you off. When we drove, we took a bus from Accra to Kumasi. It was absolutely beautiful. So I don't know what wasteland he's talking about. When we took the bus from Accra to Cape Coast, absolutely beautiful. So I'm just,
and
I don't know, like, what is he talking about? Like, I just don't understand.
did he run into a bunch of bad roads?
No.
Exactly. You saw civilization. I mean, Accra is very developed. As soon as you come in, you have all the things that have here: malls, stadiums, business enterprise, and highways, byways, all kind of things going on. A lot of investment opportunities. The thing of it is, I'm usually telling people that countries like Ghana got a whole lot going for itself. But what you want to do is focus on the outside. That's where a lot of your wonderful development opportunities are. So people are going to have to literally take their mind to another level, because some people want to come to Africa and get the American, the New York, the Atlanta, kind of treatment in life, and they want it all to be set up like that. But you can get that in countries like like Ghana, Ethiopia, South Africa.
Right. Like I tell people, whatever you have access here to in America, you can have it in Africa as well if you're willing to pay for it. So that's what people have to understand. All right. Another one that's in the chat room, I think it's health and safety concerns first and foremost. I guess we got to address that too. That's the Ebola one, I guess.
Yes, unbelievable. But the things that's going to heal your body goes in Ghana naturally. Example, we have people that were on their deathbed, and then once they repatriated to Ghana, and they're able to live and just enjoy themselves into a holistic environment where they eat natural fruits and vegetables, and the stress of being here is off them, and they're able to focus and relax. That energy and that treatment is reversed. Now, as far as just straight up Western medicine, yeah, America got the high tech hospital and everything, but as far as natural health and wellness, that's it right there. I mean, everything goes in Ghana. You can take some herbs, and you can have a chiropractor do some work on you, and you're good to go. Yeah. So unfortunately, so one of the things that we as a people are going to be invested in more in the African continent, as we all just connect and network together more, is for better healthcare and better way of life. And all those things are things that more and more of us are working together in different pockets of energy and coming together to make it happen. So, it's transforming. But the thing of it is, we don't want people to sit back and then just be in the audience just watching us. And I want them to join and come to Africa and be a part of the growth and development. And that's why we call Africa for the Africans tours and investment. You enjoy the tour of the country, and then you focus on the investment, and then hopefully repatriation.
And somebody makes a great point in the chat room. If Africa were so bad, why do Europeans keep going there? That's a great point. How would you respond to that?
Number one, the weather in Africa is incredible.
Incredible.
You talk about countries like Ghana, there's tropical weather all year round, and also some of the most incredible beaches that's right around the African continent. So it makes the best vacation place for them. And one of the things that I feel like Europeans love the African continent is because their money goes longer. They just get more bang for their bucks. Their money goes so much further, so they're really able to just enjoy certain things. And then when you look across the African continent, you see a lot of major European brands as far as accommodations built for them. When you go to Zambia, South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, it's all catered to this high price European tourism. So all of those things are their influence to go there and enjoy themselves. I'm from Jamaica. Just like when you go to Jamaica, you have the European brands of hotel and resorts all around the country, and it's just made for them. And that's they colonize many parts of the world, and they put themselves in a situation where where they've bought out governments and make crooked deals to where everywhere in the world is their paradise. From sex tourism to this getaways to this. It all. So so they're gonna be interested in going to Africa because that's gonna work good for them. I mean, what are you gonna do in Europe? It's cold as hell, or very dark in many places, and then you're limited to this real fruits and vegetables. And at least when you go to different parts of Africa, you got fresh fish, fresh food.
Everything's fresh.
Man, I love it, man. I mean, I can go on and on and on. So, but as far as if people ask me the other way, why do black people go to Europe? I'm limited on many things I can say about that because it makes no sense.
Like I'm seeing pictures of black people in Iceland, and I mean, and then bathing, in a lake somewhere in Iceland. I'm like, goodness, there's an echo. It's echoing. Well, it's better now. The echo's gone. But yeah, it's just it kills me with that.
It's echoing.
What'd you say?
I can put a headset set on if it's echoing.
Okay.
I was saying I could put a headset on if it's echoing.
I know for some reason it's echoing. It's not echoing now, but like when I start talking, it starts to echo. We have a great hi Che, how are you? We have a great question in the chat room, and that's what do you suggest people look for if they don't want to leave what they know? So like people who are I guess ignorant towards Africa, what should they do, or what would you recommend so they could get more comfortable in going?
Absolutely. One of the things I have is a wonderful website, africafortheafricans.org. And all of the photos you see are from the 9 different African countries we have traveled to. And also, along with those photos, there's videos on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Bomani 2007 or Bomani Tyehimba. Once you get to the YouTube page, we have categories of videos that we have shot across different countries in Africa: Ghana, Togo, Benin, Ethiopia, and lots of highlights of other countries that we have even taken footage in the past, including South Africa. So we just got gallery of data available so you can check it out, process it. I mean, when you see other black people like yourself in different parts of Ghana enjoying themselves and doing certain things, and that's why I shoot highlight videos of the entire tour. And then also, you hear them talking about why they want to come to the motherland, the things that they see in America that they're not feeling. It takes you sometimes to hear other people's testimonials and energy. So that's what the website, the YouTube page give you. And also the Facebook page give you this gallery of photos to where you can just watch this continuous photos as we just enjoy the journey of the different countries you have traveled to. Mainly Ghana, because during the Ghana years I've documented everything. So, but I feel like Ghana is a good representation of Africa, and it's a perfect country for an introduction.
Okay. So someone's in the chat room saying African artifacts are in the EU museum, which is there's some truth to that. People don't go to the EU just because it's developed. There's history. Everybody wants to see Versailles. Africa's been stripped away of its history. Can you let that last statement? Africa has been stripped away of its history. When you take people to visit Ghana, where all do you take them where they could, I guess, appreciate and see the history?
Exactly. When you first get to Ghana, what you're going to get is you're going to get the Pan-African energy of the independence movement of 1957. We're going to take you literally back in time. And when Kwame Nkrumah announced independence for Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park is our biggest highlight. You see the huge statue and his memorial. You get oral history of the independence movement, what Kwame Nkrumah stood for as far as him being the first president of Ghana. We have the W.E.B. Du Bois Memorial, Marcus Garvey Center, and the African American Association of Ghana. And those are in one compound. But the main focus is the W.E.B. Du Bois Memorial. There's a memorial site, and also there's his house and turned into a library and a museum. Then we also got George Padmore, which is from Trinidad, and he was a part of that independence movement as far as pushing Africa forward with data and documentation, so our brothers and sisters can know more about the empowerment of African nation building. So there's a library, George Padmore, and there's a gravesite. Also, the art and culture center. If you just want to do a whole lot of shopping, you go to the art center, you have everything there from drums.
Oh man! I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, many different fabrics, many different clothing. Just a lot of this shopping, And just being around Accra is just wonderful. You see a beautiful, nice, modern, updated African city, and that's just one part of the tour.
And I was going to say the art center. Actually, I videoed it, and it's on my page, you guys. The actual the art center in Accra. You're talking about the art center in Accra, correct?
Yes, that's correct. And then
Yeah.
next
So
one we're going to talk about.
I actually videoed it, so you guys could take a look at it on my page. Now, what made you? I guess every time you come on, I ask you this question, but we always ask new people here in the chat that might not be familiar with you. What inspired you to do what you're currently doing now? And just give people some background on what you do and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. My journey started this, when I joined the Navy doing aircraft maintenance. And that aircraft maintenance career in the Navy brought me here in Atlanta after studying and training. But I did aircraft maintenance for 10 years, from 18 to 28. And right when I got here to Atlanta, I worked as an aircraft technician for a few years. But that's where, once I got here, I started opening up to wanting to learn more about my roots and culture. So I connected with people that I was, started building a certain circle around, and we did study groups, and we talked about our roots and culture, talked about going to Africa, and eventually build the energy. And that was 2003. And in 2004, I started traveling. Went to Egypt I went to Senegal in March of 2004, and then Egypt in April of 2004. And once I learned the history about the African Holocaust in Senegal, and then the greatness of what our ancestors did along the Nile Valley, it just really it sold me, and I felt like more and more of our brothers and sisters needed to see this. And at that point, I was just in my mid-20s, and literally just used the money I had from work, just like everybody else. And I just made the decision, instead of spending that money on, on rims and a nicer car or more plush stuff in my apartment, or more plush things in my house at that point, I invested the money in the travel, and it changed my world forever. And along that time, when I started learning how to do computer systems, because when I started recording these videos and taking the photos, I had to learn how to use the computers to get things set up. So eventually that built my second career, which literally was the career I started first as far as an entrepreneur, Bomani Technology in 2005. And then after traveling again to the African continent in 2005 a few times, eventually the following year, I went to Gambia, and then I decided to start a business called Africa for the Africans. And so that was that back-to-back year. But the countries I went to, like South Africa, Kenya, it does change your life as far as seeing the beauty across the continent. But it's not something that I would say everybody will see like that. But I'm a business person, and I'm always looking for opportunity, especially since I was looking to get rid of my career as an aircraft technician. Because one of the issues that I have, when you start becoming so conscious, and then you're on a plantation, there's certain things is like torture to you. Like you're around a bunch of black devils and a bunch of white devils, and you feel like you're in the middle getting just suffocated. So I had to free myself from that life. I mean, the money is always good. I even went back and made some extra cash to use and invested in my business. But even then, it was the same energy. I couldn't deal with it. And I felt like I need to put more of my time focus on doing business with my own brothers and sisters, and, making a direction, and just leading by example. Because, doing study groups, we always talk about we should do this, we should do that. And then, sometimes we don't play on it. We just keep on reading more and more books. Like I know guys that got a whole house full of books at the bus, and they can break down any scholar or anything, but they won't make a move to travel to Africa or do anything. It's unbelievable. But we try to keep people practical.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like that as well. Let's see here. Over in the chat room, we have, how do we as African Americans network with our family in Africa so these vacations can happen? Now, I know you have a pretty, I have a decent network, but I know you have a pretty big network in Ghana. How did you build and foster these relationships? In fact, I stayed at One Africa, and literally I got there maybe a day or two after you left. So I know you have a pretty strong. What's the queen's mother's name at One Africa? What's her name again?
That's Mama Imaka. She's been there for 30 years and been in business for over 20 years at the One Africa.
Right. So Yeah. So how did you develop these relationships over there?
Perfect. I've been to Ghana 13 times. In 2006, during the first tour, um, I put together an itinerary, and we needed lodging in Cape Coast, Elmina, and I needed lodging in Accra. So we had some organizers on the ground there in Ghana, people who are repatriated. So I reached out to them and I told them that, we're building a new tour operation and we're only doing Black-owned business. We're gonna work it to where all the money that we get for tour, we're gonna just reinvest it back into Ghana, into Black-owned business, and build like a nice energy. And this is just when I just started and even just started my career. So it was something we're more of like a fact-finding mission, because at that point I'd been to 5 other African countries and I was still just looking for the right country to do things in. So once we reached out to a few people, that was, they reached out and said One Africa was a wonderful place where we can build that connection. So, and then also we needed some investment energy. So we reached out and recruited the right people. And then once we put the team together for the first time, then we went back to the drawing board, got rid of who we need to get rid of, and then connected with the people we needed to connect with. And from October 2006, we started having these big journeys. It was 42 of us, and then October 2008, it was 33 of us. But the first journey there in December 2006 was just a small journey of 8 of us, and that built the birth and energy. And then I just started this documenting more as far as pictures and videos and sharing. But things take a time to get out, so people might say they might not have heard of us, but I'm on Facebook, YouTube, all the networks, and we try as best to get things out. I got postcard flyers all over the nation, and we do interviews all over the place.
What would be a good country for if it's someone's first time going to Africa? What would be a good country for them to visit for the first time, in your
Yeah,
opinion?
yeah, I definitely said Ghana based on things I was talking about. But other country I'm going to give them is Ethiopia and then South Africa.
Uh-huh.
Now we have the Ethiopia schedule for November 2018. That's November 16th to the 29th, and that includes optional Tanzania. Um, and the reason why I said Ethiopia, because when we talk about Ethiopia, we talk about greatness. So we're taking people back in time in Ethiopia. We're going to spend some wonderful time there in Addis Ababa, the capital city. Then we're going to go over to Bahir Dar. We're going to take you around the Blue Nile waterfalls, take you back in time in that history. And also, there's a lot of incredible lectures around the tour. We're going to do a wonderful drive to Gandar, which is about a 3-hour drive. Then people are going to see these incredible castles that Ethiopian emperors used to live in. It's unbelievable. I got some incredible footage on Ethiopia, and I was holding that camera for hours because I didn't want to lose any footage of all the lectures as far as the different compounds in Gandar. But as we moved to Gandar, we visit Axum. That's where the obelisk and the palace of the Queen of Sheba. And then one of the big highlights on there is Lalabella. That's the rock-hewn churches where I literally saw so many churches built out of the solid rocks or mountains, and it's just a sight to behold. I mean, it's incredible. It just shows you the architectural genius and skills and mathematical mindset that our ancestors possess. And that's why I always tell people that we have to tap into our greatness, and part of tapping into our greatness is being able to see what we as a people have done. Most of the time, people that are connecting with us are people that only just learned Black history through the school system that taught them that Africans were just sold into slavery, and then that's all we have been is just about slavery. So I take people back in time with the greatness when they travel with me to Ghana. Even when we go to the Cape Coast Holocaust dungeon, but we also even take it beyond that to showcase the greatness of the Ashanti Empire. But back to Ethiopia, the final leg on Ethiopia, we go down to Awassa, which is a tropical part of Ethiopia, and then we connect into Shashamani land to close it out. Yeah, to where we're gonna link with our people who Haile Selassie reach out to, and they repatriated, and we're looking to resurrect that energy both in Ghana and Ethiopia for repatriation. So when people are ready to live in African countries, at least from our perspective, what we're working on Africa for the Africans, we have 2 countries we can link you with completely. And then the third country we're working on is South Africa. So I got a South Africa, November 2019.
Okay, someone was asking, do you plan on doing any tours to Liberia?
Absolutely, I'm definitely open to many countries. We just looking to see how the groundwork look. But right now, the focus is definitely on those 3 countries I named. But we know we need pioneers to go to those countries and build programs and itineraries.
Right.
I'm sure you had that look on your face like you wanted to volunteer.
Volunteer as far as.
Doing a trip to Liberia. I'll join it. I'll be the first one to give you a deposit.
Okay. So if I did a trip to Liberia, you'll roll.
Yeah, I gotta have 5-star hotels and plush.
Oh
Air
yeah.
conditioning.
I can't.
I'm
I
just
can't
joking
help
with
you. I
you on
can't
that.
help you.
I'm a
Yeah, I
trooper.
can't help you.
I go with the
I'm standing
flow.
up. I'm crashing on couches and staying in villages.
You be for real, right?
Yeah, for real. Like I'm crashing on couches and I'm staying in villages. Now,
Yeah, that's
how do
how.
you know? With that being said, how do you ensure that people are comfortable? Because of course, they have a lot of concerns about going, and how do you make sure people are comfortable when they go to Africa with you?
Yeah, absolutely. To make people comfortable, you get them an air-conditioned bus, and then you provide them flight accommodations on, Delta KLM, so that they have a nice, clean fleet of operation connection there. So got the flights taken care and the ground transportation. Now, lodging is the tricky thing. Um, I refuse to give these white-owned European brands folks money. So we have some wonderful 2 to 3 star hotels in Ghana. They're incredible, and
And
they
they're
give you a home
nice.
feel.
They're not absolutely nice.
So I compare those
And the
hotels to
food
all
is
the
good.
5-star hotels I've stayed around the world, and it's really no
Right.
different. The only thing is that those places got a lot of other things on their compound that they kind of charging you for, but the rooms are basically the same, and the things you're gonna get. And then the thing of it is, when you go to those places, the bar and everywhere else you're gonna go is just ridiculously priced. But when you come here, you can connect with the people. People are friendly. I'm not saying the people at
Right.
those other establishments aren't, because they are Ghanaians also. And same thing, when you go to Ethiopia, and Ethiopia is my favorite. When we went to different hotels, it was just nothing but love and energy. I was just felt like home, and that's why that's why out of the 9 countries that I've been to, I always got to recommend to people Ghana and Ethiopia, not just because we have them on the itinerary.
Yeah, but the thing is, even at the 5-star hotels, you still got to pay for the extra amenities, which is crazy. So you pay to stay there. Because I stayed in a couple nice hotels. I stayed in a nice hotel when I was in Namibia, and I stayed in a nice hotel when I was in South Africa. But you still had to pay for the Wi-Fi. You still had to pay to eat. So, but then when you stay, usually, like you said, the 2-star or 3-star quotation marks, usually everything's included. And like One Africa, I pay like maybe like
fifty
I don't think it
dollars.
was 40, but if even that, 40 or $50 a night. You got free breakfast. Breakfast was included. Pancakes off the chain. I think the Wi-Fi was working. We had Wi-Fi. It was right on the water.
But you also have all the
You
establishment,
know,
so whatever people need, we get them comfortable. But at the same time, too, we take people to One Africa and let them know that it's a little different experience. It's a resort, and also, uh, so we do add the level of comfort, but also we take people out of the comfort zone a little bit, because One Africa does not have any TVs in there. You shouldn't be in a room watching TVs anyway. You're in a beautiful Africa. She doesn't have any hot water in the rooms, and she doesn't have any internet, as far as this quote unquote this internet running around. But we do have the
I think
Wi-Fi that.
we had. I
Oh,
think. I
what
mean, it wasn't
she has
fast.
she has a Wi-Fi modem, so that's what we use. We have a Wi-Fi modem, so we give people access when they get there. So you're gonna have internet access the entire time. But at the
Right.
same time, too, instead of you being in a big fancy building, you're more like a community or village type setting. So that, and along with the Michelin Hotel in Kumasi and Accra, which give you a nice 2 to 3 star hotel feel, and then the hotel that we have in Techima in the Bronghafa region, which we're working on, it's called Akina City. It's a nice brand new 3-star hotel that people are going to be able to get some nice, wonderful, a nice, wonderful hotel setting. So all of the things that people complain about, make sure they're comfortable. The people will complain about bus, they'll complain about the airlines, and they'll complain about the hotels. Those 3 main things. So you just got to make sure that you have the best of the best.
Yeah, I mean, I got over the hot water situation.
It was an
I was
experience.
it's so beautiful. It's whatever. And I'm pretty sure if you wanted hot water, if you wanted somebody to boil some water for you, they could. But it's whatever. King Love, appreciate the super chat. Marcus Garvey is smiling right now. He is.
Appreciate it.
He is. Now, as far as what I guess, preparing your clients or the people who want to go and take the tour with you, how do you usually prepare them? Like, what do you tell them what to do before they go, and how to conduct themselves with how to get there? What's the code of conduct? Like, how do you usually prepare people?
Yes, we do. We do a whole process. So when you join a conference call, we go through the full process of itinerary, and we explain to people what we're going, what we're doing, so they're clear on many things. Then we also talk about the culture, customs, key things to know, departure and preparation list. So we let people know about all the things that they need. That way they're clear, and you can get them right here, from universal adapters to all the little handy things, waterproof poncho, travel iron. Make sure that you bring large bills, $100. That way you can get a better exchange rate. And so all of those are little key things that we have. And the good thing about it, we have everything right there on the website, africafortheafricans.org. When we do the conference call, we basically just go through all of the written documentation that we have to get people prepared. But at the same time, too, they have the information ready right there. They can read and be clear. And then the videos that we do itself, when we show people around the country, that also just get people clear. So if you're looking at the video, you're seeing what we're wearing and what the environment looked like, so you can be prepared as far as getting dressed and everything. So all the elements of what we deal with, it's for the preparation and clarity of people to make a decision and commit and be clear and ready to go.
Okay, now I know usually, or part of the tours also, there's a business aspect. Can you go into detail as far as the business aspect, as far as people once they come with you on the tour, what kind of opportunities are there as far as business?
Yes, absolutely. The opportunities as far as business, and let me just show the actual page up here for the website. The Business and Investment Conference we have, which is the title of our tour, Ghana Repatriation Investment Tour. It showcased a list of brothers and sisters from the African diaspora in key departments to talk about repatriation, living and doing business there in Ghana, and also showcase groups of Ghanaians there that would tell you about how things work in the country. So we have the Ghana Investment Promotion from the Ghana side. We have a Ghanaian lawyer and also another lawyer from the African diaspora that used to work in England. We have a setup of people from the banking industry that explains about banking and investment. We also have the Black Star Alliance Credit Union, which is a Black-owned, African-operated corporation that we're looking to invest more in, so they can do a higher level of investment there in the country. Yeah. Then we also have people like Dr. Sharita, who's from our father, Dr. Paul Goss. She has expanded their brand, New Body Products, there in Ghana, and got it established. So she's there talking about investment as far as cocoa farming, investment in tourism, entertainment, and so on. I mean, we have so much. We have Dr. Asari, which is health and wellness herbalist, and he talks about the science of medicine, and so on. We basically engage people to the full details. So by the time you sign up on the journey of a lifetime with us, we're consistently going through things with you, and you have so much documentation, even if you sign up a year in advance, and then we're consistently working on things to give to you. That way you're ready.
Bomani, have you since you've been to Africa, have you, because I mean, somebody made a great point in the chat room. Scared of the motherland, but know you're hated where you are. Shaking my damn head. So since you've been in Africa, have you faced experienced any type of police brutality?
No, I don't have any problems in Ghana. I got I roll deep, brother. I roll with a crew of us, and nobody bothers us. We got to nightclub, people that show us love. Sometimes we're about 20, 30 deep. No problem.
Have you went into a Starbucks in Accra or a restaurant and been denied, been told that you couldn't use the bathroom?
Now you just get number love. As a matter of fact, folks is waiting to show you love and say, come and support, show us love in the business. The thing of it is, when you come to the African content with proper, like when we come through, I tell my folks, don't come through flashy and bougie. Come through, humble yourself, and folks are gonna show you nothing but love. So if you come somewhere and your energy is bad, you're gonna get bad energy. But we're usually just very excited and happy to be in the motherland. I mean, all the money we don't have to save up and have to pay for this tour, and all the things we have to go through. By the time we get there, it's just nothing but it's just wonderful energy. The only sad part of the tour is when we go to the Holocaust dungeon. That day is depressing. It's rough.
Right, right,
because
right.
we have
So do
all
you
these
guys
things. Yeah,
go ahead? I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah.
No, so do you guys go to Cape Coast, the Dutchess at Cape Coast and Elmina?
Absolutely, yeah. We go to Cape Coast and Elmina Holocaust Dungeon, and that way it gives people a realistic view of what happened to the African Holocaust. So we also mix that with a naming ceremony at the end, and also mix that with Imacus giving an introduction. So we make it a very special, but also let you feel the energy there. So what I have is this a ridiculous amount of videos on the African Holocaust Dungeon, because literally once I start recording, I just don't stop, and we just record the entire time. There's many different clips, but it's a big highlight along with a Sin Man. So the Last Bath, the Old Slave Market.
Let me ask you this, Bonnie. How are you growing? I guess your platform. I know you have the YouTube now. You do the flyers. Like, what else are you implementing to get people to really encourage Black people to consider Ghana or consider Ethiopia over Fuck It Thailand or Puck It Thailand or Greece? Because now Puck It Thailand and Greece are hot right now. Like, what are you doing for people to change people's minds and consider going to Ghana or Ethiopia over Thailand and Greece?
Yeah, some people are just stuck in the ways that they're looking for. With the journeys I do, honestly, man, their journey, they deal with the historical and cultural. So you're learning things. You're getting, and then business and investment. You're not just going on a stupid vacation to Greece and gonna get drunk and put yourself in a risk that maybe a gang of white devils chase you down and kill you. You're putting yourself in a situation where you go to the motherland. You have an incredible time. You're networking and connecting. You may find your next. For the brothers, you may find your next, wife. For the sisters, you may find your next husband. I mean, it's that real. It's just an incredible connection where a lot of us are missing out. So we do our best with the videos. I've been shooting videos since 2004, and I have the YouTube page up since 2006. I'm always telling people that we put these things up, but it shows a lack of interest. If I do some videos talking about white devils and things like that, it's like folks just flock to just watch those things, but it's like we have a lot of information about.
You know what's crazy about money? You just said something. They flock to the drama in the conscious community,
Exactly.
but they won't flock to this. You just said that. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, but our goal is for educating our people.
They'll flock to the polite versus Sonetta, but they won't flock to this. Right? I mean, you're absolutely right.
And then all the money that we spend in all of the drama and everything is money that we have to all go. It's not like these tours are $10, $20, $30,000.
Right.
You may have to save up a little bit. You may have to do some cutbacks, but none of us are rich. But it's a priority in our life, and it's something that's going to transform, because we literally looking to move in the next few years. And after you start going and connecting, you start seeing a future for yourself, to where you get your land, you connect with the people you want to build with, you start building your compound. Next, you're there networking and contributing to nation building, versus being here on the slave plantation where you're working and then giving everything that you earn back to the plantation system. So I'm telling people, use some of that money if you have one of those nice high-tech jobs, or if you're just doing other things, and save and connect on a nice tour. Do the research, look at the options out there, and you can always reach out to us. And I'm always one that tells you, look at the information, process it, answer any question, but also look at what other people are doing out there. That way you find something that connects to your spirit. So we're consistently.
Is there like a limit?
Go ahead.
Is there a limit as far as how many people can actually go with you? Like, is there a cap on a number of people?
Well, the biggest tour that we have was November Ghana 2017. It was 43 of us, and then the one before that was October 2007. It was 42 of us. So one was 43 and one was 42. So those are the biggest number of people we can literally carry on a bus. But we are able to also offer option to where we have a second bus. Say if lightning strike tomorrow, and then I got 80 people want to go to Ghana with me.
Lightning is gonna strike.
I'll just call my folks in Ghana and said we got some people coming, in less than 30 days, and we just have to get some more buses and make some arrangements. Now, for me, logistics and business administration is what I do at this business office right here. That's what you're looking at. It's just a business office where even if somebody wanted to come here, they can book an appointment, come here, and we can sit talk about the videos. I got plenty of books here, I got documentation. We do full presentation. If it does need to go there, and I'm open to many things as far as, and what we're looking to do is shoot more videos in commercial style and documentary format, put more published materials out like books, and so as the time you start in business, especially when you're building a business from the ground up, you consistently every day adding things. You're getting a logo here, you're doing this here, and you just have to stay consistent with it. But it's something that you have to be passionate about and really see the transformation of it. So the Africa for Africans towards investment business and the technology business is things that we're looking to build in African content and be a part of a transformation future. So I tell folks, there's many things that all of us can get into there. We just have to see something that we connect with. But one of my biggest issue with people is folks start doing these business plans based on how much money they can make, and coming up with these ideas about, I want to do this in Africa, it's gonna make me rich. That's a bad attitude to come with. A lot of things take time to make your cash flow, especially in our business. We make, we're getting paid in US dollars. Some people business, they're getting paid in CDs. Big difference.
Now, let me actually, somebody brought this up in the chat room. So someone emailed me a couple of days ago. He said, Dynas, I love Africa. I absolutely love it. But I mean, this brother, he's gay. He was like, I feel like Africans aren't accepting to me. I tried my hardest. I can't help it. It's just who I am. Brothers and sisters like this, what because I told him, like, look, I mean, it's banned in Ghana. I mean, South Africa, I think Madagascar is legal, but it's banned in Ghana. So brothers and sisters like this who, have an alternative lifestyle, what would you tell them in regards to going to places like Ghana?
I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have any advice for them. It's what it is. You're dealing with the African continent. That is, in general, across the continent, right, not acceptable. And you put yourself in a situation where you can get hurt. So I don't want to be responsible for anyone. So if anyone is going to come on our trip and they have certain ways, I tell, I usually just speak in general that don't ask, don't tell. I don't need to know what you are about. I'm one of those guys that's always reaching out to my homies. So we're about to go party because we have, some nice ladies waiting to go hang out with us and things like that. And, I'm one of the people that don't care if people are offended. But if you're going to choose that lifestyle, you just have to live carefully and keep it on the low and do what you have to do. But I'm just being real with folks. It's not acceptable, especially in countries like Ghana. You put yourself in jeopardy.
Yeah. They definitely don't.
Just like flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? There's people who can carry a certain lifestyle and be a respectable professional and
right,
go places and don't show themselves. And then people can, and then no one has to know their business because, I mean, but once you put your business out there, it changes the game.
Right. And that's what he was saying. He was just like, Dynas, I don't put it out there. I'm not forcing on anybody, but it's just, we feel like we're not accepted. I just told him, I said, look, South Africa and Mozambique, you could go there, it's acceptable, but everywhere else, outside of the city, they might freaking kill you. Like, and I'm not exaggerating. So, yeah. But yeah, so I just, somebody brought it up in the chat room again, so I just thought I'd bring it up. But next question, or G5. You get the postcard. So email me, search for huru@gmail.com. Let me know if you want the postcard with me and the King of Alada, or me with the Ashanti Royal Guard. So let me know, G5. Send me email, and I'll email you a card. So let's see here. What about what else, Bomani? Let's I was so disappointed in our people, for getting all basically what happened with Bomani is our people replaced Africa with Wakanda. And I was so disappointed in that. Do you feel like we've replaced, well, not me and you, but our people have now replaced Africa with Wakanda?
Yeah, absolutely. People are looking for that fictitious Africa uh, that they saw in a movie. I tell people that. All right, I heard a echo. You clear?
Yeah, you're good. You're fine. You're fine on my
Yeah,
end.
tell people as far as as far as the real Wakanda. Me and brother Kidi Awadu, the conscious Russell, was talking about that you're looking at Africa Rising, and you can be a part of Africa Rising and build that future Wakanda. But again, people want to be on the sidelines watching the game and thinking that they can make changes instead of joining the game. And right now, we're at a situation where we want people to come to Africa and be a part of the growth and development. Get some land, invest in it, be a part of communities where you can put your money together and build all those wonderful things you want, to the point where we start building rocket ships and all the things that folks just want to see, because they think that that's what development is about, and that's what civilization is about.
Somebody else, also asked if they're swirling, if they're swirlers, are they allowed on the trip if they're swirling?
I don't take white folks to Africa. I've actually, people have actually tried to sneak on my trip, and I give them their money back, and then they're like heartbroken because they feel like everything in the world is designed for them. So when a black man that's running an independent business enterprise tell them that, unfortunately, this tour is specifically for my brothers and sisters. However, if you want to get a few of your homies together, I can put together itinerary for you, and then I have folks that will take care of you, because you know so. But as far as this mixing, what we're doing is a very special journey, both the Ghana and the Ethiopia journey. It deals with our reconnecting to our greatness, and we want to be able to enjoy that moment by ourselves and bond and build and invest. White folks can't just always. I've had to kick white guys out of my conference there in Ghana, and I know people, and so a few people have told me I'm racist and all kind of stuff, but what we have is a private operation.
When they say you're racist, what's your response to that?
Like one Ghanaian lady that had a white boyfriend. I told her, well, sister, I invited you to the conference. I did not invite your creature to the conference. What we're doing is black development and operation. I'm not integrating my operation, so you may have never heard this before, but yes, there are people like myself who are going to keep it black and keep it strong, and we are going to do what we say we're going to do. We're not going to integrate this operation.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a black business conference. Why is a white man doing a black business conference for black African people? Talk about repatriation and things like that. I mean, so I basically,
information.
I charge him for espionage, and I charge him for espionage, and I ban him from coming in there.
Okay. Let's see if we got any more. Let's see if we got any more questions in the chat room. So give us the tour dates again. Give us the tour dates again, and
we're leaving for Ethiopia November 16th to the 29th, and we have a Tanzania optional connection which goes from the 26th to the 29th. And as far as Ghana, it is May 23rd to June 5th.
Oh, that's right on the corner.
Repeat that.
That's right around the corner.
Absolutely. And then that's next month. Another tour for Ghana the following year. Ghana, May 22nd to June 4th. So for those who can't make this Ghana tour, you can get started right now and put in your early deposit and get a few $100 off and join that journey. And then we have also South Africa, November 2019. So all of these details are up on the website where they can click on the details, see the full tour overview, itinerary, general terms, visa information, what to pack, what to bring, and so on.
Okay. And then also too, do you help people get their visa and all that good stuff, so they could so they won't look stupid at the airport when it's time to leave?
Yeah, absolutely. The thing of it is, we go through a full process when we do a conference call, and once you pay for the tour, I send you your email. As a matter of fact, before you even pay for the journey, once you call me and show me interest, I just send you the email with all your details for your visa and so on. So, and the thing of it, once you go on the website, all of the site information, you can literally click on the tour that you want, and you'll see the visa details. I know, unfortunately, sometimes we may not want to read information, but I'm one of the people that if you call me, I'm going to ask you if you read certain things. That way we can have some good, intelligent
Right.
dialogue as far as a tour, and then get you ready and clear. But I want people to do their homework and look at videos, look at information, jot down some questions so we can have that 1-2 hour conference talk one-on-one and go through things, or we can set up a meeting in Atlanta and connect and talk about the journey. So I'm available, throughout the week, 24/7.
Oh, also, what's your YouTube page as well, so I can put it in the chat room so people go.
YouTube.com/Bomani 2007.
Okay, let me put that in there. Bomani 2007, so people could. Everybody, go subscribe to Brother Bomani's YouTube page. Go subscribe. All right, somebody wants me to ask you, what about biracials? Are they allowed on the trip?
Yes, yes, black biracial people can travel on the journey. We have people as light as you've seen black people travel on the journey, and they carry themselves respectfully, because that's the main thing. Because if you're a dark-skinned black person, that's because you're the dark-skinned black person, and you want to come on a journey. If you're going to carry yourself a certain way, you're not, we don't accept you either. But someone that's a brother and sister that maybe because they're light skinned or that or mixed, that's absolutely fine, as long as you have a black parent, at least one.
Okay. All right. Well, there we go. Did we answer
because it's relevant, just searching for your roots. So if you have a black father, you want to know about the African roots as far as your father, and vice versa, mother. But it has to be relevant, because that's one of the biggest part of the journey. People come for is because we're all going to come together. We're going to all dress up together, hold hands, and and just share the energy of our ancestors. So if you're not part of that energy, you don't really belong on the journey.
So just in closing, and we'll go ahead and close out. Why is it important for Black Americans to visit Africa over Europe? I know it sounds like a stupid question, but
I mean, yeah, I'm clear on it. The most important reason is because you're going to learn about your roots and your culture, and you're also going to see business and investment opportunities for yourself, where you as a black person can thrive in African country. You go to Europe and you try to go do business and investment. Some places in the world is not going to let you do anything. They're going to shut you out. The black people in those countries struggle to even get opportunities for themselves.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there. It's interesting. I found this out the other day. Like, there are no black institutions like in Europe at all. At least here we have HBCUs. We have the AME Church. We have a number of black institutions. There are absolutely no black institutions in Europe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those are the many reasons. I mean, in Africa, you have the beaches, you have incredible opportunities to just meet your future wife. For the brothers out there that are single, that's still not connecting with who you want, and the sisters, lots of wonderful brothers out there, strong black warriors. Because some of the issues that some of my sisters are having is some of the brothers in Atlanta, they're not exactly, they just fill up with too much testosterone. So they're looking for some warriors. They're looking for some warriors who are not, that understand the whole situation about nation building. So it's all there for us. I literally can't find any reason to go to Europe other than just wanting to go make my your white oppressors rich. Because when you get there, they're gonna discriminate against you. As soon as you turn your back, they're gonna be like, look at them niggas and things like that. I mean, I've been to European nations. Been to Amsterdam. I've been to England many times over. I have family there in England, and I tell them that I couldn't live here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't live this around a bunch of.
Someone in the chat room made a great point. Go humble or get humbled, in referring to Africa. We can expand on that, and then you can go ahead and close out.
Absolutely. You literally have to humble yourself, take off those rose-colored glasses, and stop looking for fantasy. The smoothest journey that is available there to Ghana or other parts of Africa is just coming on a journey with organized groups like ourselves. Other than that, other than that, it's not what people, you're gonna miss out. So if someone does go to Africa on their own, they can just miss the whole thing. But we have it set up to where it guides you into a certain environment in the world. So that's what makes it relevant.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and we'll go ahead and close out. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us, Brother Bomani. It's always a pleasure, man. You know, you're always welcome anytime to come on the platform. But go ahead and close out.
Yes,
You got the
family,
final
link with
say.
us on our website at africafortheafricans.org, and then view all of the tour details, jot some questions down, and let's talk about your interest in any of our upcoming journeys to Ghana, Ethiopia, Tanzania, South Africa, and so on. And you can call me via phone number also 404-931-9429, and via email at AFT as in Tom, A2010 @msn.com.
All right, perfect. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Please go to search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Also go to africapersonified.africa. Oh, Brother Bomani, so they have the .africa extension now. So you could do Africa for the Africans .africa.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so you might want to hop on that. So go to africapersonified.africa to go to dynastymirror.com, go to searchforhuru.com. Also go to amazon.com, search your name, Dynasty Mirror. Please buy a book. Again, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Till next time, I will be back on tomorrow. Peace.